All right, George, go ahead and grab yourself a nice ball. I'm in the little room here, and we're going to start with ball core crunches like we did before. So I've got my ball. I'm going to sit down on the ball, and then I'm going to start 5 core crunches. So walk yourself away and start to lean back. Let the ball touch the back of the neck, hips high, and then all the way back up to a sit. We're going to do it 5 times, so just keep on moving. Walk the feet away. Wide feet is going to give you a nice big balance there. Hips lift, back of neck tap, all the way back up. We're just getting the body warmed up. Let's do it 3 more times. Walk the feet away, lift the hips, back of the neck tap. Walk the feet back up, sit up, pull the ball underneath you 2 more times. Walk it up. And then set it up. And then do it 1 more time for me, George. Walk it all the way out. And then set it all the way back up. Cool. Pick up that ball. Put it against the wall, turn around and lean against it. You're at the top of the back here. You're gonna walk your feet away from you a little bit and then lean back, press back into the wall the entire time, okay? Feet are far out away from you. You're gonna sit down and push up. Keep the weight in the bottom, keep the weight in the glutes, keep the weight in the legs, nothing in the knee. If you wanted to add the arms can come up and they can come right on down. Let's do 10 of these. Lower all the way down, push back, stand on up. 7 more, 8 more, 9 more. Until you feel your legs start to turn on, we're really just working and pumping up blood in the legs. Go ahead and give me 6 more. And 5 more. Go for it, you've got this. When you finish doing all that, meet me on the ball on your belly. All right, we're gonna go fly this ball up a little bit. I'm gonna lay down on the ball with my belly properly on the ball. Separate your feet quite a bit for the balance, and then just start with a nice fly, like a Superman fly. We did something in my other clients with the thumbs together at the top, and then we put the thumbs together behind the back. That's really hard. And then I had you walk out until your legs come off the ground, and then push-ups, 5 push-ups. And then I had you walk out even farther for 3 more push-ups. They're on my thighs, the ball's on my thigh. And then I had you walk out even farther, 1 push-up as far out as you dare to go. Save some strength, walk back. Come on up. We're gonna take I have 3 pounds. You started with 5-pound weights. And since we're on our belly, we'll go ahead and do some of the back rows that we did, back flies rather. So I have my belly on the ball. I pull my hands together out in front of me like I'm hugging a barrel, and then I'm up, and then I'm back. So I'm keeping a bend in the elbows, squeezing the shoulder blades together behind me, balancing on the ball, feet are wide, and let's get about 10 of these guys on here, and we're gonna turn around and do the same thing on the back. After you get 10, lay the weights down, come on back to the front of the ball, sit on the ball. Grab your weights down there, put them on your hips, and then roll your back down on the ball a little bit. We didn't go down too far this time. And then we hugged the barrel up at the top, bend the elbows, and then open wide, feel a little bit of a stretch, hug the barrel, bend the elbows. We did about 10 of these. And this is all just for the sake of warming up the body. So once you've gotten 10 of those out, you flipped it over, you've gotten 10 of the others out. We're gonna go out to the side, other side, out there. Go to the cable machine, I'll meet you there. All right, so I'm out here at the cable machine. It's a little bit of a weird angle, but we did flies, and then we did tricep extension. And so I wanted to show you, just remind you that what we were doing with the flies were the same thing we were just doing on the ball. Hug the barrel and then unhug the barrel. So I started up tall. I'm gonna take off everything that's on this machine, get rid of everything. Here's the red one, I like the red one. Put the second red one on, so I've got 2 red handles, 1 on each side. And let's start high. So walk over to either one that's not fixed. You're gonna push the yellow bar, hold the main handle, the main arm, push the yellow bar in and raise this guy to its top knot. Let go of the yellow bar, wiggle jiggle so you make sure you got it in that hole right there. And now you've got 2 up here on the very top bars, okay? We're gonna do that hug from the top. It's gonna work the top of the shoulders. So step back, make sure you're at 30 and 30, 30 and 30, and then we're gonna hug into our secure spot, walk away, lunge, open wide. Woo! That's a lot of weight, George. Let's go down to 20. Grab them both. Pull in toward the secure middle. That's better. Lunge forward. I've got my left foot forward to start. Push it away. Hug. Elbows out, wide arms, right? Wide elbows. And then give it a nice big opening. And then hug again. Squeeze. And we just did this 10 times. I think we had it on 10 pounds. I've got it on 20. That's pretty hard. After you complete those, come back to your secure spot in the middle of your chest, walk the weights, and let them go. Every time in between, pull back to that secure spot in the middle, okay? I'm gonna take it down a notch to 10. And then I want to lower these all the way down to the ground. Same motion from underneath. So I push the yellow bar toward the arm, lower down, hold on, put it in the last bowl, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Arm and bar move toward one another, hold it, move it all the way down to the last hole. Secure it in there, both arms secure it in there, and then I'm going to take from underneath, same motion, lunge forward on the opposite leg, pull up and in. Got my knees bent, got a set here. I'm going to walk forward on my second lunge, and then I'm going to come from underneath. Pull and hug, stretch. Pull and hug, stretch. Try for 10. I'm on 10 pounds for both of these, and I think that's a pretty solid weight. When you get ready to go back, hold on to the comfort spot there, let the weights go. So you've got flies. That's what these are called, flies, okay? All right, tricep extension. We did this the other day with the tricep extension overhead. I raised the bar up, all the way up. And then I'm going to change this out. We used the bar and so I'm going to put that bar up there on the top. We can go a little heavier than 10 pounds. I'm going to go 20 to start, but I think you're going to make it to 30. Okay? I'm going to step up underneath it, grab it from overhead, bring it down a little bit till my elbows are in front of me, walk out to a lunge, lock the elbows in place, and then extend and bend. 90 degrees, extend, pop out the tricep at the end, and bend. Pop out the tricep at the end. And when you're done, walk it back 10 times on that guy. And remember, we're going to come back and get that isolation here in a bit. It's push, tap, that last little piece of the muscle every time. Push and pull it in. All right. One arm preacher and hammer curls. So it's on the incline bench. You have to lift the bench up, and then we're going to wedge our underarm in and get some weights going. You did 12 reps at 10 pounds. So it's totally up to you what you go for next. I'm a betting you can do 15, 20, maybe, I don't know. I'm going to go sit this guy down and grab myself a 10-pound weight. I've already got my bench set up on the incline there. Okay, I'm gonna grab my 10-pounder. You grab whatever you want. I got 12 on accident. I got a 12 there. So we crawl ourselves over here, get our weight on here, get our underarm wedged, find a nice solid stance wherever it makes sense. And the first thing we did was we turned the weight all the way upside down and we curled straight up and then only out to a little bit bent We watched our bicep. When it stopped working, we stopped rolling it. So we're at the point of tension at all times. 10 reps with the regular positioning. Then we turn it to preacher curl. So or hammer. So it's like you're hammering a nail down on the bench, and then you're hammering a nail into your shoulder. We tried 10 of those. Keep the tension. Only move to the point where the tension. All right, so try 10 regular underhanded and 10 preacher curls, and that's one set, right? So we're trying both ways, both arms, both ways. Cool? 3 sets of those. Tricep dips. I'm gonna go ahead and show you on this bench. Here's the yellow knob underneath right here. Pulls away from me as the bench goes down. So I pull the knob away and lower the bench down, okay? I'm gonna take the heels of my hands, I'm gonna put them on the bench, sit on the bench, walk yourself away from the bench only far enough so that your butt clears as you go down. No further, or you're gonna compromise your shoulders, okay? Palms of the hands on the bench, fingers curled around, walk one step away so just your back is clear, bend your knees and act like you're gonna sit your butt straight down, elbows back, and only to the point where you feel safe. And this is a tricep dip. You're gonna work this as much as you want. Like you're gonna really go to exhaustion here. So maybe 10, maybe 20. If you feel good, stretch the legs all the way out, put the toes in the air, and then your legs won't help you anymore. You're not able to push through the legs. So that first one with the bent knee, that's the lower weight. And then the long legs with the toes stuck up, that's the most weight bearing you can do in tricep dips, okay? Try for about 10 to 12 on each rep of that, each set of that, okay? And then we were really looking for that tricep engagement, and we hadn't really found it yet, so we went back to the cable machine. I switched it out to the same little hook we were using earlier, the red band. It's at 20 pounds. I'm gonna leave it there, just see how I felt. And we did them one at a time, okay? So I'm gonna start with my left arm. I got this little handle guy down here. I'm gonna walk away, bend my knees a little bit. I'm gonna drag this left elbow down to my side body, 90 degrees in the arm. And this is where we did that final kick out. And then bend, elbow lock. Straighten and really poke the tricep out. You can even put your finger on that little tricep shadow and really tighten it at the end. We did 10 on each side and we traded. I got my right elbow locked into the side. Maybe put your finger on there to keep the elbow in place. Go straight, feel that tricep pop out. I have it on 20 pounds. Do 10 to 12 reps on each side. And we talked about alternating, where you go over and you do curl, 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 tricep, tricep, right? So that's a power set. 2 sets of curls, one in the regular fashion, one in the hammer fashion, and then tricep pull downs one at a time. Look at that big guy. So that's where we ended up. And then the last thing I did was showed you that stretch where you walk over to the wall and you put the skin of your elbows on the wall, and then you walk the elbows up, let the hands drop down behind you, and then press yourself up against the wall. Elbows continue to move up and together, and then you're getting that nice long stretch, not just down the back of the tris, but under the arms and all the way through the lats. And that's gonna help us down the road get those pulls that we want with the elbows pointed up. So we're getting that nice long stretch. I hope that was a good video. That was a great workout, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Watch this a few times. Repeat, 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 just like your shampoo, George.